Hi guys, it's Dr. Muhammad Usman. I am pretty excited that we have moved to the module 2 in digital forensics, and today we will be talking about computer forensics incidents. So basically in previous lecture we have overviewed the incidents and the computer forensics definition, and now we'll be moving into a detailed computer forensics definition and explanation. So you will be learning various type of digital incidents, by example, origins of digital forensics, difference between civil and criminal incidents, type of computer frauds and incidents, internal and external threats. So this session will be further divided into multiple sessions so that we can relate it exactly to the topic and we can just define it exactly as required. So when we are talking about digital forensics, we should be knowing that there must be a legal system. So all this legal system started in late mid in 1970 in United States, and it started because when there was an issue in a university when a student was charged using university system without authorization. So it was 1997 when a university student used university system without authorization, and he didn't had any password or anything, and he wasn't authorized. So at that time they tried to implement some kind of standard or solution to convict him, but actually he wasn't convicted because they haven't any legal system at that moment or proper cybercrime laws. So when we are talking about this similar criminal incident, this similar case happened in many other states, like many other users used computers without authorization. Many employees were using the computers for personal branding or business at that time, but they haven't any criminal law or any cybercrime law. So that was the basic problem to generate some type of computer cybercrime law. So when we are talking about computer cybercrime law, it involves both computer crime law and cybercrime law. And overall, if we talk about computer crime law, it also includes the computer fraud, and then further using that system or selling that system, or many other things are getting involved in this one. So when we are talking about criminal incidents, all of different countries have their own type of cybercrime law. But when we are talking about globally or internationally, all of the countries follows the same cybercrime laws for execution of or for conviction of different criminals in the proceeding of computer crimes. So for good source of information regarding the computer laws, you can go over this website justice.gov/criminal/cybercrime. And when we are moving forward toward in the criminal incident, you will find above, like, many of the criminal incidents are different in nature, and we have to go and plan accordingly, and we have to find data accordingly. So majorly, if we are talking about Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986, which was signed after late mid 17, and this act was signed in law order to clarify the definition of criminal fraud and abuse for federal computer crimes. So basically, if we are talking about other countries, like this is for the US, but when we are talking about other countries, they have also criminal fraud and abuse for government computers and government server and government organizations or infrastructures. So this law was signed to remove the legal ambiguities and obstacles, because they need to have some kind of legal procedures in order to convict some person of the crime, and if they know if the person has done that. This act also established two new offenses, that if you will use any unauthorized access of a federal interest computer, basically a government computer, you can be convicted, and it will also be in conviction, like if you will be getting the password and transferring the password or moving the data from one computer to another computer. So when we are talking about this first computer incident or cybercrime incident, the first computer incidents were actually happened in 1988 by Robert Morris. He was a son of chief scientist at the US National Computer Security Centers and Cornell University graduate student. So this person introduced the word hacker and the work hacking. Basically it was just the person was transferring a file over the internet, and he actually transferred or unleashed an internet worm. and thousands of computers were infected at that time. This person was found guilty, and the first internet worm came under the case of Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986, and this person was given 3 years probation. So actually this person unleashed the worm through MIT, but they have to cover to put our university, like a Cornell University graduate students, so they all put it on the Cornell University. So this was the first computer incident that made other people like hackers and the virus programmers convicted in this law. So this law was applicable when you are convicted by using some these type of things. So when we are talking about first computer incident, so now we can get that this all started in 1988, and in 1997 there was another incident, but that person was saved. So current forensic practitioner may face investigation considered criminals, like if you are doing some kind of telecommunication fraud like cell phone SIM fraud, or cell phone hacking fraud, or cell phone data transfer fraud, identity theft, if you are making people or taking people identity and making fake accounts like on Facebook or on Twitter or on other websites, online auction frauds. Most of the time there are very greater amount of e-commerce websites, and if they are doing some kind of fraud, then it also comes in the digital forensics, and it can be considered criminal under the law. And trafficking in the contraband, that is basically that we comes in, like you are uploading some kind of bad material, bad videos, like porn videos over the internet, is also comes in that. Network intrusion is if you will enter in some network without some authorization. Cyber threats like viruses, hacking, piracy of movies from one place to another, data transfer like moving of data of without authorization or files. And if you are talking about piracy, you know that Pirate Bay has been blocked, and Kick-Ass Torrents was blocked, and there are many other websites. Those all websites are blocked because of the piracy. They used to upload data without the authorization. So these were the basic knowledge about the first criminal and first computer incident, and this video is up to here. In next video we will talk about the civil incidents, and we will further talk about computer threats. So stay updated, like and subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated to this video. If you have any questions, you can just comment and I will reply you back. Thank you.